Well, welcome to my loft. Like many modellers in the UK, I'm a bit limited with my modelling room, so I have to work up here. Now the biggest disadvantage of my loft is there is absolutely no windows. I have a lot of fluorescent bulbs, quite a lot of model kits, but absolutely no ventilation. Now as you can imagine, when I'm modelling that can be a bit of an issue. So here we have my workbench. Normally I don't find modelling up here too much of a problem, except when I'm airbrushing. Now that can be a big problem because there is no ventilation. I tend to get a mist form. Normally you can tell when I'm having a good session because literally everywhere is covered in a white mist. Not good for my health, even though I do wear a face mask. However, a new product sent in for review, as we can see perched here in the corner of my bench, might solve all of that. This is a spray booth which is supplied by Airbrush Heaven. Its code number is BD512. Now what I particularly like about this product is it is fairly compact. As you can see, it packs away into this little case sized product. Weight about 5 kilos. The only thing that you need to have, and I'll show you it going over the back, is this vent. Now this is a long hose, it's about 6-7 foot long and needs to be vented out towards air. Here's a photograph of the back of the spray booth. You can see the large vent which is attached by a very big Jubilee clip, and you have two switches at the top. The left hand one is an automatic cable rewind. It actually whizzes back at quite a rate of knots, just like on a vacuum cleaner, and makes it a very tidy appliance. To the right we have a dual switch, two position. You can either have it just as a booth with the fan running, or you have an alternative LED lighting system inside the booth which you can have on with the fan running as well. I'll show you that in a moment. On the top you have the carry handle. Once you have the booth set up with the vent attached, preparing it for use is very easy. That section flops down. This section opens up and clips into position. At the back you have a removable filter. This should last you somewhere in the region of 6 months of average airbrushing use. This separate little turntable is also supplied with the spray booth. You can either use it as we have it set up here inside the spray booth while you're airbrushing, or you can use it separately on your workbench. Now to give you an idea of the noise, I'm going to turn the booth on. So it's not particularly noisy. Certainly you can't really hear it outside my loft. I have it in this mode with the light on, so as you can see it sheds quite a bright light into the work area. Now I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on the camera, but I've got my airbrush here and I'm just going to spray across the booth. Now I'm not actually aiming at the booth here, but you'll actually see the spray actually curving into the booth. It really is quite dramatic. I'm not sure how well it's picking this up, but basically nothing is actually coming outside the booth. Everything is being pulled in. It's very impressive, especially when you're spraying something like Alclad, because before I always used to get that cellulose smell and now I don't get anything at all. Replacing the filter is simplicity. This literally just unclips. I'm trying to do this left-handed, I'm right-handed, so you do have to excuse me for that. At the end of the day, the first thing you do is obviously disconnect the large vent hose, that just unclips. To rewind the plug, literally just press down on the button and that will disappear into the hole. Packing away at the end of the session is very straightforward. Top door down, then the other door just slides up, shut, and there you have a very nice compact little unit. Size wise we're talking about 40 centimetres wide, 21 centimetres deep, 29 centimetres high. Weighs 5 kilos. Noise wise about the same as your average dishwasher, about 48 to 52 dB. I've got two figures for that one, not sure which one's correct. Now the most stunning thing about this is the price. $64.99. I think that's an absolute bargain. I hope you agree. In the UK you get free postage. They do post worldwide at cost. So where do we get this? Well, Airbrush Heaven have their own website, www.airbrushheaven.co.uk. We'd like to thank Martin Rigby for supplying us with the review sample, and we'll be looking at a few more Airbrush Heaven products in later videos.